one in Chicago and one in Northfield. As life takes its course, marriage, raising families, and launching careers was our state of mind. In those years, it was more infrequent we got together, but when we did, we always felt nothing changed for a brief time, and we would reminisce about the times of our reckless youth. Kathy was a great artist.
The 70s.
And had used her creativity to launch a remarkable career. As a young graphic designer, she was savvy enough to see the handwriting on the wall that her career path may be a difficult one. She had a keen sense to know the right time to reinvent herself and stay ahead of the curve. In the 90s, she started a small design firm called No Ink. Love that name. It was a great name for a design firm. Digital, it was like when the internet was just starting. She developed a brand and had a strong client base. It was that time that we developed a business relationship that was very beneficial to both of us. I first hired Kathy to design my logo. Her instructions were design a logo that would be as identifiable as the Nike swoosh. And she accomplished that. For the next 25 years, we collaborated on numerous launches of websites, marketing, and advertising plans. Often, when one of us had a new idea or venture, the first call we would make was to each other. Together, our careers, through many peaks and valleys, during the good times and the bad times, our friendship remained solid, and we were always there for each other. There are so many stories of Kathy's good nature and quest to make people around her feel loved. Just ask her kids, her 27 grandchildren, and numerous friends. They all tell a similar story. I will miss my friend Kathy, and I think of her often. When she was in her deathbed, trying to make a vital decision, she asked me my opinion, and all I could offer her was to follow her instincts and what her outcome could be. Like so many times in her life, Kathy once again made a tough choice. She chose to be surrounded around her loving family for the remaining time she had on this earth, instead of laying alone in a hospital waiting for the next treatment solution. Kathy Karrys was one of the most remarkable human beings I've had the pleasure to know, and I hope her spirit lives on and we continue to remember her with her ever-present smile on her face. I have a reading that I used a few years ago. An old dear friend of mine passed away, and we do this hut trip every year, and we launched his ashes at about 12,000 feet, and I'm sharing this reading because I think it kind of makes sense for Kathy as well. A silent tear. Just close your eyes and you will see all the memories that you have of me. Just sit and relax, and you will find I'm really still there in your mind. Don't cry for me now I'm gone, for I am in the land of song. There is no pain, there is no fear, so dry away that silent tear. Don't think of me in the dark and cold, for I am here, no longer old. I am in the place that's filled with love, known to you as up above. I'll miss you, my friend. Please say whatever you feel.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Jack.
Very nice.
Margaret? Yeah, I wrote something. I need glasses to see it. Kathy and I believed in reincarnation, and we spent a lot of time reading books and sharing books and talking about it, and trying to, I don't know, it was a fun thing, I think, to talk about and to believe in. Kathy, this is not goodbye. The circle of life began long before your birth and extends far beyond that sad day in June when your soul decided to leave your human form. It is that form that we all grew to love. It is that form we will miss. Where you are along the circle of life, I do not know. Certain energies, good or bad, are drawn to each other. They travel the circle of life together, living, loving, and sometimes hating. They are family, co-workers, best friends. They are givers, takers, and teachers. Their roles are forever changing, intermingling, coming and going. Our energies will find each other again. Until then, I will remain extremely grateful for the time we had together. I will never forget your beautiful smile, your endless energy, your great laugh, your kind words, your boundless creativity, and your loyal friendship. Kathy, this is not goodbye. And until we meet again, you will remain in my heart forever.
We talked about that stuff too.
Yeah. Yes, you did. You're in the club.
Yes. Anybody? You have anything?
I don't have anything prepared. It's kind of like I said in one of our text strings or email strings or something like that. Kathy moved a couple doors down from me when we were going to school here. And I had a crush on her from then on, basically. I can remember it. You know, it was just, it never stopped. And I can remember I tried several times, failed several times to convince her that she could go out with me, or never worked. I can remember I gave her the album The Big Pink by the band when that came out. So whatever year that was, however old we were then, didn't work. But we still hung out together. I have tons of memories, great memories of parties at her house over the years, just all the different things when she'd come back into town, and her daughters were getting married and we'd go over to her father's house or whatever. But it was funny after all those years, and I can remember her and Rick coming to Andy Taylor and my places downtown for a party, and them setting one of the children on my bed during the party, and moving on. So tons of great memories. It was funny that many years later, probably 5 or 6 years ago or something, she said to me, she goes, at one point I did want to go out with you, but everybody just told me you were not cool enough. And that I couldn't do that.
She said that with a smile, I'm sure, and a
I
smirk.
had to go out with Randy or Leaf or whoever she did go out with.
The cool guys.
Right, the cool guys. But the other thing is she helped me become one of the cool guys. Because in 8th grade we got to be in Oklahoma together. I got to be the lead, she was the other lead. I was Curly, she was Laura. Great experience. And from that point on, not only was it great spending all that time with Kathy and getting to kiss her on stage.
Whoa.
Yeah, thank you. And practice,
Lots of rehearsal.
But it also made it so that from that point on, I wasn't the guitarist in the background. Suddenly I was the lead singer. so it changed my life, and so she's had a great effect on my life in many ways. I'll always love her, and I miss her.
Very nice. Here, can you? I have something.
Here's what I look like.
You look at me.
Thank you. These cowboy boots Kathy and I bought together in Arizona when I went to visit her, so I thought I have to wear them today. Every time I wore them, I would take a picture of my feet. I'm going out. The boots are taking me out. Anyway, my dearest Kathy, you left us too soon. I look around here and I see the love you spread. You connected deeply with each one of us, making us feel special, like we were your best friend. That's one of your gifts to all of us. I know you are up there as pure love and joy, released from your pain. Your work done here. You left an amazing legacy of children and grandchildren, and all of us too. We shared lots of laughs and tears together, my friend. I know we will be reunited one day as soul sisters that we are. I will meet you in my labyrinth, here and there. I love you dearly, Kathy.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yes. Anybody else?
Well, I'm a person that only met Kathy through knowing all of you other people, and I really wish I had gotten to know her better, but every single time I was with her, she just exuded so much joy and love, and her smile and her eyes and her smile I would always just be so taken in with her on the physical level that, was only just her physical being, but, what was inside of her came out so well. Just so somebody even that didn't get to spend very much time with her, I feel like she was always present and just ready to have a good time. Just really so full of love and joy. So I really miss her. I really wish I had a situation where I could have gotten to know her better and wouldn't have been running around working so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's an excuse, but I'll miss her dearly.
Who's under that mask?
Brad.
Brad Tempton.
Oh, I remember the name from
I just threw it out there.
long time ago. Yeah.
We didn't know who would show up.
Yeah.
There is a group in Boulder that's gathering today.
Oh, they are?
They're gathering out
Yeah, they were going to gather in Chicago Park around the same time. Just on another note, Kathy's father passed away, George, the week before.
That's right.
And George is a great guy.
So huge loss.
A funny story. George lived in the same housing development as my mother in Porter Region, Winnetka, and Waukegan Road. And we decided we were going to get an event and get them kind of hooked up. And it didn't go real well. Mainly because my mother was approximately the same age as George, and
George likes it.
George was
Younger.
like
40-year-old.
Like them young.
40-year-old gold
Yeah,
diggers.
50 years old.
Kathy was constantly going to Florida, throwing out the latest, gold digger who was younger than she was, and it just annoyed her to no end. Cheers to George, great guy.
Yeah.
He was.
He was a real character. I really enjoyed him. They're both together up above, and Kathy just left a remarkable family. It was really tough to watch that service.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
That was great.
And
Did you watch?
I was in the tent.
Oh,
it's
watching it,
weird.
yes.
A few days afterwards, Tiger called me, and he's like, John, I know that you and Kathy had worked together for years, and I just wanted to make sure that our company can still service independent in any way. I said, well, Tiger, I'm gone, but David Reynolds will keep you in mind, and we'll keep this thing going. But,
That's good.
it's